Welcome from my tiny kitchen. Bake a Rudolph reindeer inspired cake that's almost too cute to cut. The kids will love it, and everyone will enjoy the rich, decadent chocolate sponge with chocolate buttercream. The full recipe is in the description. Start off by mixing freshly boiled water with cocoa powder. Mix until there are no lumps, and then keep aside to cool for use later. Into a large mixing bowl, sift the dry ingredients. A quick mix to help distribute the raising agents, then add in the wet ingredients. Mix together to form a smooth cake batter. Then scrape down the sides of the bowl to get any unmixed bits before one final mix. Then divide the chocolate cake batter between two baking tins. I've left an overlap of baking paper at the bottom of my springform tins to avoid any leakage, as this cake batter is a bit runny. And then bake in a preheated oven at 175 degrees Celsius for about 35 to 40 minutes, or until an inserted knife or skewer comes out clean. For the antlers, I've mixed together CMC powder with brown ready-to-roll icing. Roll out the icing and then sprinkle the CMC powder and knead together. This is a good way to help distribute the CMC powder. Adding CMC will help the antlers to dry out and remain upright. If you do not have brown gel food coloring, you could mix together red, yellow and blue to make brown. Once the CMC powder is mixed in, cling film and rest for about 30 minutes before kneading once more before use. Roll out the icing to about 1 centimeter thick. Then cut out 2 antlers using a gingerbread man cutter. Squeeze the sides of the cutout to help reshape to more pointy edges. Then insert about a 5-inch skewer that has been dipped in water 3/4 the way up the antlers. When the antlers are ready, place on foam or a baking paper lined baking tray and leave to dry. You can make these a few days in advance. If tight on time, speed up the drying process by placing them in an unheated oven with the lights on. This helps to dehydrate the icing quicker. For the ears, color 50 grams of ready-to-roll icing a darker shade of brown. Then roll out to about 1/2 centimeter thick and cut out 2 ear shapes that are about 2 inches high. Once ready, you can smoothen out the corners of the ears with your fingers. Repeat this process with the lighter shade of ready-to-roll icing used for the antlers. Roll out the lighter shade to about 2 millimeters thick, then cut out a 1.5-inch high ear shape. Stick the two together by brushing on a small amount of water. You can either dry them flat or prop the sides to form a curve. For the buttercream, add soft, not melted butter into a large mixing bowl and mix together for about a minute until smooth. Then mix in the cocoa powder, and then add the icing sugar in stages, mixing well with each addition. If you feel that the buttercream is getting too thick and you have a lot of icing sugar left over, add a few teaspoons of milk and mix in. Add just enough milk and icing sugar until you have a soft and fluffy buttercream. Don't forget to scrape down the sides of the bowl to get any unmixed bits before one final mix. Cut the 2 cool-down cakes in half horizontally. Smear on a small amount of buttercream onto the plate and then place on the sponge. This prevents the cake from slipping. Smear a layer of buttercream between the sponges, then spread a thin layer of icing on the outside of the cake, trapping any crumbs. This helps achieve a smoother finished cake. Refrigerate until firm to the touch. When firm, apply the outer layer of icing. You can dip your palette knife in hot water, shaking off the excess water to achieve a smoother look. Add a border on the base of the cake using Christmas sprinkles. For the nose, roll and flatten 50 grams of red ready-to-roll icing, aim for an oval shape, and then stick onto the cake. For the eyes, roll out 2 tapered strands, approximately 5 centimeters, and 2 that are 1 centimeter for the eyelashes. Gently curve the longer strand and then stick into the cake. And then place on the smaller strands. Pipe out rosettes of leftover buttercream frosting on top of the cake and then sprinkle with Christmas sprinkles. Then place in the antlers and the ears. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.